This video was brought to you by manco.trade. This site allows you to instantly trade off your unwanted TF2 items in exchange for other TF2 items. By adding manco.trade to your name, you'll also receive a 2% bonus. Check them out in the description below. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to another episode in the Patreon Loadout series. And if you don't know what this is, essentially it's a Patreon reward of mine and it just gives me a chance to showcase some of my patrons' TF2 loadouts. And generally some of them will have some really awesome loadouts and you guys can maybe take some inspiration from it. We have expensive ones or we just have cheap budget ones that look nice. So again, you can kind of take inspiration from it if you want, or maybe if you see this loadout in game you can kind of recognize them. I've got a lot more screenshots than usual, like saved up, so there may be another episode out kind of more frequently than usual. But overall, I think I've got like 5 or 6 screenshots for this episode, and I'm super excited. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So I'm sure a lot of you guys remember Classy Lizard from that Sniper MGE, where I discovered I indeed had a hidden talent for playing Sniper. Classy Lizard's Sniper loadout now consists of the following: a Smoking Cold Killer, a Hazmat Headcase, and the Snow Sleeves, along with a Control AWP Delete Strange AWPer hand, a Cozy Camper, and a Pro KS Hamshank. Now what I really like about this loadout personally is, even though it has the winter hat and the winter snow sleeve, so it's got like the heavily like winter themed hat and cosmetic, he's kept it kind of like different and unique with the hazmat head case, which honestly looks really good with the cold killer. I really wasn't expecting that combo to work so well. However, it really doesn't stick out too much as a cosmetic, and I think the black paint really does help with that. I think just the concept of mix and matching winter cosmetics and then just putting a completely random one in the middle generally doesn't sound like it would work too well in practice. However, Classy Lizard has pulled this off absolutely amazingly and put together this really clean sniper loadout. Coming up next then guys, we've got the loadout belonging to Deviant Guide, and this I believe is just a normal soldier loadout. And again, I said we have sort of variety in price, etc, and this soldier loadout is super cheap and looks amazing. So we've got the Macho Man combined with the Modest Pile of Hat, which is then combined with the Tuxie as the third cosmetic. The Tuxie is a really subtle cosmetic and you really have to look sort of like hard to notice that it's actually there, like it's really subtle, but it also works really well and looks really clean along with the Modest Pile of Hat and the Macho Man. The Macho Man and the Modest Pile of Hat themselves work great together, and overall this is just a really nice simplistic loadout. So coming up next then guys, we have a loadout coming in from Cactus. A lot of you will probably remember Cactus, like she's like always in my Patreon videos, she's super cooperative with stuff like that, and overall just a long time patron, so a lot of you guys will probably remember her. She's actually got 2 loadouts coming in for this episode. First of which is the Lime Engineer loadout. So we've got the Max's Severed Head, the Flashdance Footsies, and the Cute Suit, along with a little duck like badge, I suppose you could call it, so like the duck icon. And what I really like about this loadout is it doesn't actually have a hat. As many of you know, the Max's Severed Head is actually a misc, meaning it has the equip region of something different to the hat, meaning you can wear any hats with it, but there's no hats with this loadout. The lime on the footsies works really well with the lime on the Max's Severed Head, and the mint paint on the Cute Suit actually looks really good and subtle. If the Cute Suit was also lime, I feel like it might be a bit extra, but overall, this is just a really nice loadout. It looks really cool, and some nice colour blocking in between the lime boots and the lime hat. So coming up next then guys, also from Cactus, we have her Pyro loadout, and this one has got a special place in my heart. Most of you will probably recognise it from the Patreon videos, but if you don't, it consists of a lime painted Pyro's beanie. Once again, the lime painted Flashdance Footsies and that mint Cute Suit makes another appearance to complete this loadout. Now, any Pyro loadout with the Pyro's beanie will instantly get a special place in my heart. Obviously, I'm the pioneer of the Pyro's beanie, right? I've got my burning one. I absolutely love it. I've had it for so long. It's like my go-to hat, like my icon hat. And Cactus has managed to get a green energy one that I actually helped trade for. That's got like a pretty interesting backstory. And once again, it's a really sort of simplistic loadout where the lime on the beanie looks really good with the lime on the Flashdance Footsies, but is kind of like not necessarily silenced, but kind of dimmed down by the mint paint on that Cute Suit, meaning they just really work well together, but it isn't too much, it's not too in your face, it's just a really nice loadout. And obviously green energy is one of my favourite unusual effects, so a very nice loadout there. So coming up next then guys, we actually have another pyro loadout, this time coming in from Pootis Pingus. Apologies if I said that wrong. But this time we've got a really interesting loadout. So we've got a neutron star little buddy, which I believe he unboxed, a combustible cutie, and a balloonicorn, which is painted Team Spirit. Now honestly, I didn't even realise the combustible cutie was actually a misc as opposed to a hat. I thought it was a mask along with a hat that covered the whole region. But actually with the little buddy, although there is the clipping of the horn, I think it actually looks really good and almost quite cute in a way with the ears and the horn poking through it. And then of course the balloonicorn works absolutely great with the combustible cutie. Those cosmetics work awesome together. And the neutron star kind of does fit this like pink fantasy almost kind of theme we've got with the combustible cutie and the balloonicorn. Overall, you never see these cosmetics paired together, being the little buddy and the combustible cutie, but honestly I think they work really well together, and although the little buddy isn't too noticeable, it definitely does complement the misc very well. And finally guys, the last loadout coming in for this video is coming from Nether, and we've slowly seen this loadout progress. We've seen him pick up each unusual bit by bit, and finally the loadout's complete. So we've got a strange 1-of-1 Starstorm Slumber Cotton head. This hat is partnered with a Stormy Storm pencil pusher along with a Disco Beatdown Brainiac's hairpiece. This is probably the most expensive loadout in this episode, and I think just because I've seen it progress, like from him purchasing each hat, it's really awesome to see it finally completed. I love triple combos, don't get me wrong, just some of them don't really work too well. However, I feel like the colours on this with the Disco Beatdown and the Starstorm Slumber work great together, and the Stormy Storm is a perfect neutraliser for this. It almost looks like the purple stars are falling out the Stormy Storm cloud, which I think is a great touch, and overall these effects just look great together. This is definitely a really nice triple combo and shows you don't need really high tier effects to make some nice combos. But guys, that is just about it for this video. If you did enjoy, please do remember to leave a like and let me know your thoughts down below. My link to my Patreon will be down below. Of course, it is completely optional. And guys, that is just about it. Thank you again so much for watching, and peace.